Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time zone you're living in. My name is Scott Powell with XRP Army News Channel. And tonight I've got three important people here with me. Number one is my business partner, Rick Shearer, and he is in New York City and Staten Island. We have also, XRP Chill Daddy. Believe he's coming from the great state of Alabama, Roll Tide. And then we have XRP John Wicks, and I believe that he's in London. And what I would like to do to begin with is to let everybody know that the reason that we're here is because when I first came on the scene on XRP Twitter, my desire has always been to see if we could get our community to connect and cooperate with each other. And I've had a few projects that I've gotten out there that we've had some success with, but I really do believe, and I'm going to try to capture this the best I can this way. All right, if Brad Garlinghouse came to the leadership of our community, whoever those people are, and they said, you know, if you guys were connected and cooperating, you guys could send out messages to the world together, sort of as a PR movement for Ripple and XRP. And if you guys did that, it would be amazing. The help that the community as a whole, if they were together doing things, then that would be wonderful. Now, if Brad Garlinghouse told all of us that that would be great, how fast would everybody get organized and fall in behind that? I mean, I think they would do it great. Well, if it's a great idea, it doesn't necessarily have to come from Brad. We can come to that conclusion ourselves. So I believe that we are better together than we are separate. Now, the reason that we're here now is because I feel like a golden opportunity has presented itself for us to be able to come together and rally around something and do good in our community that would be a tremendous thing for each of us to do individually. And I also believe that it would be fantastic, hi Sierra, would be fantastic for the community, for our public relations, because I don't see the Bitcoin Maxi community coming together with a unified message. I don't see the Link Marines doing it. I don't see the Ether, I don't know what they call them, the Ether ecosystem people. I don't see any other crypto community doing anything like what we're trying to do right here. Now, I floated an idea out there, and two guys basically kind of raised up their hands and said, hey, I think I get it. I think that sounds like a good idea. So I believe that we've got two leaders now in the midst who've stepped forward, and that's a very good thing. So our project that we wanted to kind of discuss and see what we might want to do moving forward is a not so random act of kindness. And I'm going to let XRP Chill Daddy introduce himself and give his little commercial for himself. Same with John and same with Rick. And then we'll circle back around and I'll ask these other guys some more questions and details about what we're looking to do. So XRP Chill Daddy, would you like to kind of give your little 60-second elevator speech?
Oh yeah, no problem. So hi everybody, how you doing? I'm just here because Scott reached out to me and basically said, hey, there needs to be a precedent set. There's so much that we can do together. And I jumped on board. I mean, when you're talking, you know, the things that he's going to elaborate on in the future, I think it's important that there's community involvement, right? So I've recently joined Twitter. I've been following crypto for years, but I've never been a social media person until recently. I actually migrated over here probably in the last 2 or 3 months. But the thing that I realized when I joined over was that the crypto community as a whole, there's a lot going on there. And more importantly, you got your little rivalries, but one thing I love about crypto is everybody's focused on the task, right? They're focused on mass adoption. We argue over, whose coin is better, and some people are negative in the light, but the majority of the people are all trying to push mass adoption. And so Scott here has basically come up with an idea with the other two of us, and basically have this plan to implement that I think is going to be one to listen to, and I honestly think that it's going to start with the XRP community, and then it's going to evolve, and until eventually all the communities are jumped in, because it's not about just XRP, it's about adoption. It's about getting everybody on the same channel, and then pushing forward this act of kindness that we can utilize, especially when it comes to DeFi and decentralization. You're talking efficiencies and speeds that most communities outside of crypto can't do. So I think we can utilize technology to make a world a better place, and I think it's going to start with crypto. So I'm going to leave it back to Scott to move on to the next person, but I'm looking forward to talking with each and every one of you.
Scott, you were muted.
Sorry, go ahead, John, and then Rick.
Okay, waiting for me. Okay, cool. So first of all, absolute pleasure to be here. On top of that, it's an honor. Secondly, want to say a big thank you to you guys for taking initiative as far as this is concerned. I think we've got a historic opportunity, and I don't mean to exaggerate that, but if, as you guys will see as we continue through the meeting, Scott will explain, and I'll allow him to explain it, seeing as it was his proposal. But we actually do have the ability to make a world of a difference in the case which is ongoing right now. So as for me, just a quick introduction. I'm a trader. I moved over to the crypto space in, I'd say, 2018 after the initial hype. So I wasn't here pre-bull run, but now all I try to do is break down the charts so people don't get wrong-footed so much. So that's my little elevator pitch as well, and I'll send it back over to you.
Hey, Rick.
All right. Thank you guys for introducing me, Scott. As Scott mentioned, my name is Rick Guerra, a resident in one of the 5 boroughs of New York, Staten Island. And I have to say very clearly, and I want everybody in this XRP community to realize that there are groups out there, and they're relatively large. Now, these groups not, have their favorite coin as the XRP, but I have to tell you, there's one thing that they strive to and really commend the XRP community, and that is the size, the cohesiveness, and the ability of this group to make big things happen because of people's size. So never lose sight of how big this group is, and regardless of what the project is laid out as, or what the focus is, or what the goal is, the size of this community can literally move mountains. So that's my 2 cents on the whole platform, and I think what Scott and the rest of these guys have put together is very noble, and I think the cause that we're going to show you in a little bit is fantastic. So guys should listen up. There's good stuff coming down.
And we've also got XRP Plumber that has joined us. Plumber, would you like to chime in and say hello? Can't unmute his mic. Okay, well, I don't know if Plumber can hear us. Okay, so let me, first of all, I want to let everybody know that this is an exploratory meeting. Nothing has been decided and put in stone. Plumber, can you hear us now? Hello? Yeah, okay. So nothing has been put in stone. What we're trying to do is put together an exploratory committee, and we're going to present what we have as an idea and some of the obstacles that we've got moving forward to make that happen, and then see what everybody thinks. So basically, our rant, not so random act of kindness right now, but could change, has to do with John Deaton, John E. Deaton. Now, everyone in the stream and everyone on this panel knows who John is and knows what type of an effort that John has been making for all of us, correct?
Yep.
I will also mention that I was very encouraged when I saw 200,000 people join the buy and hold campaign, even though that did not go past 2 days after it was implemented. It still showed that 200,000 people in this community could come together. All right. Now, the other thing is our latest example of unity and cooperation was the relist movement. I mean, how many people out there tweeted relist and retweeted? That was amazing. That showed that we've got the numbers and that people are willing to come together in our community to do something positive. So what we thought was, I contacted John. Actually, I tweeted him in Twitter, and I said, hey, John, you know, there's 10,000 people that have joined your class action lawsuit. We so much deeply appreciate everything that you're doing for us. I would like to donate 50 XRP to you, and I believe I could probably get some other community members to do the same. How does that sound? And being the kind of guy that John is, ethical and moral, and an attorney who is ethical and moral, he declined. Well, he said that because morally and ethically, as an attorney, he can't accept a donation like that. All right. So what I did the next day, he tweeted that his daughter had a charity, the Olivia Deaton Foundation. Is that it, Rick? All right. So I thought, well, I can't donate 50 XRP to John, but what if I could donate 50 XRP to his daughter's charity? And what if we could get the 10,000 people who decided to join his class action lawsuit? What if we could get those people to donate 50 XRP to John's daughter's charity? Now, if we did that, we would be creating a use case of XRP being used in the ecosystem that has nothing to do with Ripple, correct? And again, my desire, before you guys put me 6 feet under, my legacy, what I'd like it to be, is that I have helped to be able to connect and get our people in our community to cooperate, because it's what Ripple is trying to teach us to do. And I want to share my screen real quick, and then I'm going to be quiet. All right. Share screen. All right. Hold on. I got to find my picture. All right. Can everybody see that? Rick, can you see that?
Yes, we can, Scott.
Okay. All right. What RippleNet is they have put together a piece of software that connects the banks together. And the most important word is interoperability. And what I'm trying to reach out to all of you in our community is I'm asking, how interoperable are we as an XRP community? Are we interconnected? Are we interoperable? And are we coming together to do great things? Now, I believe that if we could get John Deaton to be able to let his daughter's charity accept 100,000, if we set that as the goal, 100,000 XRP to John Deaton's daughter's charity. If we do that, how many people in this stream and on this panel believe that that would be news out there in the world?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That was
absolutely.
really
I
good.
completely agree. I think it would set a huge precedent as well.
I agree with that as well. So, 50 XRP, the reason that I put it at that on the drawing board, the reason that I put it at that particular limit was I believe that everybody can afford 50 XRP. I don't think that's going to break anybody's XRP bag wide open and they're not going to have any left. All
For
right.
now.
Yeah, correct. All right. Thank you. Okay, now what I'd like to do, each person here, besides Plumber, and we're still having a little trouble with his audio, has contributed something to this, and that's why I'm saying that I'm looking at XRP John Wicks and as at XRP Chill Daddy as leaders, because I threw something out there a little bit. They came and responded to me immediately, and then went into action creating something. And so the first thing that I want to do is I want to go to John. And John, would you explain what you put together for us to be able to potentially get out there to John?
Yeah, so it'll be my pleasure. What I put together for the community was a proposal. I put it into writing, and give me 1 minute. Let me bring that up. Scott, do you want me to read this out? I think there's a little delay. Scott, would you
Yeah, I
like me
think he
to read
muted
this
his
out?
mic. He said go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, give me 1 second. So, dear XRP community, as I'm sure you're all aware, attorney John Deaton has been nothing short of a hero, and we are all extremely grateful for all of his hard work and effort. To summarize the importance of Attorney Deaton's motion to intervene in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, in the words of Attorney Jeremy Hogan, this could be one of the most important pleadings in the case. This is because this pleading humanizes this case and reflects the real effects on holders of XRP. In other words, us. Attorney Deaton can submit a motion for summary judgment on behalf of all XRP owners. Attached to the motion, he can include various compelling affidavits from parties, us, to the lawsuit. So the reason why this is so important is Attorney Deaton can relay our stories, emphasizing that we had no investment contracts or expectation of profits from the company Ripple when we bought XRP. He can put in front of the judge the various ways XRP is being utilized by us as of right now. For example, payrolls, shopping, loan collateral, money transfers, etc. And it shows the judge the financial and human impact of this case on XRP holders, from all the money they've lost to the inability to even trade their XRP. And this is real world, far from the corporate and bureaucratic world. So Attorney Deaton filed the first motion to intervene in Rhode Island, which could have been a very tactical play to get our foot in the door of the main case. Courts frown heavily on two parallel actions at the same time, so it was dismissed on those grounds. Now, watch this. In this motion to dismiss, the SEC made clear its honorable court serves as the exclusive forum to hear all claims related to its complaint against Ripple and the digital asset XRP. Attorney Deaton refiles his motion to intervene, only this time, yep, you guessed it, in New York. I'm breaking this down for you to highlight how critical this man and his work is to our community and possibly the future of XRP. 10,000 people provided him with their input towards the case. Just imagine how long that process took to prepare for litigation and process. So as you know, Scott's mastermind is something mind-blowing, and that's with no exaggeration. So when Scott expressed he wanted to do something to compensate Attorney Deaton, I got it instantly, but that wasn't possible, as Scott said, due to ethics. So as Scott's explained, Attorney Deaton's daughter, Olivia, has a charity, however, and that helps children and teenagers who are dealing with mental health issues. Olivia founded that charity after the loss of her personal friend at 16 and has already raised £50,000 for funding treatments for those in need over the years. What Scott is proposing would not only be a beautiful gesture of goodwill from our community, not only would it be historic and create media attention, it would be a game changer in this lawsuit, and literally the power is actually in our hands. It would demonstrate another use case of XRP in that a charity has just received a sizable donation. I wonder how the judge would interpret such a practical demonstration of utility of XRP from the community unbeknown to Ripple, the company, without any permission or consent from them. If we can all agree to come together and make this happen, our first step will be to, and this could change as plans change today, but this is what I drafted at the time. Our first step will be to contact or write to Attorney Deaton and Olivia, asking them to set up a wallet for the charity or to set up receiving ownership of a domain already purchased by XRP Chill Daddy, which is www.oliviadeatonfoundation.crypto, so that the Olivia Deaton Foundation can directly receive all donations. Only after the wallet or domain ownership is verified and confirmed by the charity will any donations be asked for or made. The step before that starts with all of us coming together behind this motion and putting it forward. I would like everyone interested in this potentially changing the course of history to leave their names with Scott. Doing so means you are giving me permission to sign your name on a letter to Attorney Deaton. Yours sincerely, John Wicks. So I hope that pretty much sums up everything in there.
Yeah, it does. And I'd like to clarify some things being mentioned as well. This is about setting a precedent, not just with, moving money around because of John Deaton. I see somebody mention in the comments it hurt the case. Absolutely not. This is as far away from the case as it can be. And the reason I say this is because the Charity Act is not as a request, from Ripple. It's not having to do with Ripple at all. We are hoping to help a charity. That is really what it is. It's us coming together as a community and setting a precedent that we can help charities out there using crypto. So again, we're pushing for XRP being the primary utility aspect of crypto that we're going to be utilizing. We're mainly using that because we all endorse XRP. We love it. We believe in it. And I believe in the function of on-demand liquidity. Being able to send XRP in a matter of seconds, I can't find anything faster. I've sent other cryptos. I won't mention them. And I've sat on my hands for longer than 20 minutes, and I've sat there freaking out thinking I sent to the wrong address. XRP has spoiled me in a way. But the main topic that I'd like to address is that we'd be reaching out to the organization direct. It would be going to the organization, not to John Deaton's daughter. It would be going to the organization itself. 501c3s are operated by a board of directors. Those board of directors would have to be willing to accept the charity of the domain in the first place. We're not sending funds. We're not gathering funds and sending it. There's no chance of mismanagement of funds being sent because it's not being sent by us. All we are doing in this moment is offering to send them a crypto domain that we have purchased, as well as one we are willing to help walk them through and setting up. After that, it would be the community themselves to choose if they would like to send to that domain address, because it would be in their hands. We'd have a receipt of transfer, which would validate the transfership to the community or to the organization, and it sets a precedent. Because think about if this expands on beyond this, like how hard is it to donate to charity? I know a lot of people that want to donate, but they either don't believe in the system, they believe the funds will be mismanaged, or they just don't have the time to allocate the resources, right? That's why we love crypto. That's why we love being able to send money to each other. So if we set this precedent, and by setting up this crypto domain, everybody can send money to a charity, well, it's going to do nothing but good things, because all of a sudden other charities around the world will be able to say, hey, we can get a crypto domain and our supporters can support us this way. And it's going to have to be KYC'd if they want to withdraw anyways. They're going to have to, I believe they're tax exempt, so that more than likely won't hurt them. But the goal of this is not really focusing on the Deatons. It's focusing on the charity itself.
Correct. What we're trying to do is to create a use case showing that people are able to give charitably to charities with crypto. Now, it just so happens that the use case that we're using for that is Olivia Deaton's foundation. Okay, but again, that's kind of beside that. I mean, that's sort of a cherry on top, I guess, if you wanted to look at it in that way. But again, the most important thing is setting a precedent that charitable giving can be done through crypto and an unstoppable domain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Rick, I wanted you to show really quickly what we have set up on our website to help facilitate things. And again, this is a group exploratory meeting, and we are trying to decide if we ought to put XRP John Wicks's letter out there first, or I could call tomorrow to the charity and speak with someone there to ask their permission to possibly have a conversation about moving forward with this. So we're not dead set yet on the plan. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to have the live stream, is to get some more input from some other people in the community about how to move forward. And Rick, while you're getting that ready to put together, I'll also let everybody know that people like British Miss and Jungle Inc. and King Solomon, I have shared this information with, and they are all on board with pledging and supporting this campaign. And so again, I'm just trying to let everybody know that if we decide that this is a good thing to do, we get clearance from the charity, then I believe we're going to get a lot of cooperation from the influencers in our community. And I see no reason why we won't be able to meet the goal. And I think the goal should be 100,000 XRP, because if we set the donations at $50 a piece, and this is one of the most important things I'm going to say, and I hope everybody hears it. The XRP goes directly to the chamber. Nobody is holding or receiving any of the XRP and then redirecting it. It's going directly to the charity's wallet. There's no way for anybody to try to skim or scam anybody, any of the XRP, because it's going excuse me, directly to the wallet we set up for the charity. So no funny business possible, because nobody's touching any of the XRP. It's a direct donation directly to the charity. Rick, you ready?
I am. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. What I've set up here is a separate tab on our XRP Army News website. It's on xrparmynews.com. The Olivia Deaton Foundation. Currently, right now, it's not public, so you'll not be able to get here. But we basically talk about, not so random acts of kindness program. And we basically go into a little bit of what the program is about. And you can read all the details here. And most of what I captured here was from the Olivia Deaton Foundation.org website. We can really read a compelling story, and it's quite heartbreaking. And I think Olivia is right on when it comes to a cause that is worthwhile, and it has to do with depression and suicide. We know it's a tremendous problem, at least here in the States. But we've also incorporated into that, if you'd like to read John's letter, and again, we don't know whether the letter's going to come first or not, but we can actually just drop over right to read his proposal. And this is a picture of Olivia, and it talks about their mission. And this is a tweet that Scott was talking about that brought to light. And rather than trying to reward John for his efforts, let's see if the community can pull together and support his daughter's foundation, which is a 503c non-for-profit. And so far, Scott mentioned some of the names that are committed to this and moving forward. So pretty straightforward. I can jump over to John's letter here. You'll be able to read it in its entirety. Here's the letter that John actually read aloud. I think it's a fantastic project. And as everybody said, we're not going to move forward till we get approval from all parties, including setting up the wallet that will be owned directly by the Olivia Deaton Foundation.
And Rick, can you click over to that? Did you make that yet? Click here to read John's letter.
Yeah, are you not seeing it?
No.
Let me switch screens here. Hold on.
And XRP Chill Daddy, if you wanted to chime in while Rick's trying to pull that up.
Yeah, absolutely. So I joke around on Twitter a lot. I am an Army veteran. I've done 2 tours, and when I found out what the organization was structured around, it kind of hit home to me. It's actually a very sensitive topic. You know, I've had many friends have fought those battles, and the fact that this organization centers around teens is even that more important. So I think this is a very good cause, right? We're not jumping in to support individuals. We're jumping in to support an organization. And more importantly, the precedent, again, that I've mentioned before, you know, I fully expect XRP community to lead the way. We're kind of setting this up. But my hopes is that these domains, right, these domains that connect to wallets, you can set up multiple cryptocurrencies to be received on these domains, right? So it's not just XRP. My idea here with Scott and John and Rick is that XRP community leads the way and kind of holds hands with everybody else, bringing them along, right? So there's nothing saying they can't set up other currencies to be received, and then these other communities jump on, and then it's another charity. It's another charity. You know, there's these adoption that we can kind of lead the way here with towards good causes. In reality, I think it's just going to push mass adoption all over the world, to be honest. So
I could not agree more. And I mean, think about it, y'all. If we got together, 200,000 of us got together to sign the hold and or buy and hold project, right? 200,000 people. Then we have 10,000 that signed this class action lawsuit. Then we had who knows how many retweeted relist XRP. So what I'm saying is if we could kind of become organized and be an effective messaging tool for Ripple. Now, what would that need? We would need to have leaders who have come together in the XRP Communication Council. And then if we can get the cooperation of the people, do you guys have any idea the power of the voice that we have if we can unify the community together? I mean, 200,000 people doing anything is going to create news, right? And if we are connecting with the right message, how many people can we touch if we have a unified voice in the community? So again, John Deaton is an emotional cause. Who doesn't want to appreciate what John's done for us? And it's not his charity, but we can say we're committing this project in your honor, right? And it's his daughter's charity, and it's about suicide prevention. I mean, COVID has a lot of people feeling really bad. So why don't we, instead of just sitting in our little own walled gardens and watching videos and tweeting, why don't we find something that we can take action on together for the good, for the common good? And I believe that everybody could afford 50 XRP. And again, I said that number initially when putting this on the drawing board, just because I believed everybody could afford that. But anybody that would feel like that they like to donate more certainly could. And so let's say if we set the goal at 100,000 XRP, we're only talking about 2,000 people giving 50 XRP. Not 10,000, not 200,000. And I'm just telling you, if we came together to create this as a good public relations project for the XRP community and for Ripple and for XRP, and a use case that John Deaton can use with the judge, I don't see any downside here. So anybody else?
I guess the only thing I'd like to add to that is it also gives, I mean, giving the XRP holders the power in their hands that if they were to mobilize, this is aside from the goodwill. Of course, I'm biased towards our community, and I'd say we've got the best one. But um, um, giving people an actual incentive that they and what they do could actually make a difference in something as historic as this case, and it could actually be a game changer. That's powerful. And like you said, 2,000 people is all that it would take to reach 100K. I wouldn't be surprised if a whole load of us got behind this, and we actually saw a lot more than that. But the other thing I guess I'd like to say is, so just to clarify one thing, the letter that has been written and read out aloud on this stream is a proposal which is basically within our community. I would then write another letter to go out to Attorney Deaton. But that's pretty much it from me. Everything covered in that that everyone said so far, I totally agree with. Very, very vital that we have the charity authorize and confirm and verify they have ownership of the wallets and domains, whatever it might be. But until that happens, nothing moves. So as Scott said, as XRP Chill Daddy has said, the main point of this as well is there is no intermediaries. There's nobody being a middleman. We're trying to set this up with the charity so they can receive it directly. Nobody in the live stream will ever have any interference or any part of that chain is going directly to them. And I think that is the most critical thing as well. So back to you. Send it over to you.
Okay, so practically speaking, then, our next step is what? And again, anyone in the stream, whatever suggestions you guys have, we want your input as well. Option one is we get a letter from John to Attorney Deaton and ask permission to proceed with this with his daughter's charity. Option two is I can call the charity tomorrow and just work it out with the charity and say, hey, here's what we would like to do. If you're willing for us to give you 100,000 XRP, then great. And we're doing it to be able to set up a use case that XRP can be used for charitable giving. And so what we're kind of wanting to do is to put this together with the community to find out what we feel like the next logical step is, and then we'll take it. And
I think, in my
anybody
opinion,
will have an idea. Go ahead, Rick.
I think from my opinion, you probably would want to go through John first. You know, see if this is something that he would think is a positive move, and he would want the XRP community behind his daughter's charity foundation. I think if you go to the foundation straight out, you know, maybe not the right, you know, etiquette, if you will. It's my opinion.
I also wanted to mention, all right, just to let everybody be aware, last year I went on a little bit of a mission to try to do something similar with this, and I got everything ready and I just couldn't pull the trigger. And I was able to find 5 charities that were willing to accept XRP as the donation. And so I just wanted to throw this out there to everybody that if John Deaton ends up being a dead end, then, and I hope that doesn't happen, because everybody that I've reached out to in crypto Twitter, I mean, I've probably tested the waters by asking people that I've met over the last 2 years to give me their opinion of the video that I'm sure all of y'all watched. And I only got one cautious response. Every other one was, man, what a great idea. I mean, Jungle Inc. has been one of my most respected people that I've seen in our crypto world. And he said that when I shared it with him, his response back to me was, great idea. I'd love to do anything to help support John. So, and King Solomon as well. So again, I think we're on to a good idea. And if John ends up being something that we cannot do, I wanted you guys to know that I've got 5 other charities that if I reconnect with one of them, then I'm sure that they would be a recipient of what we wanted to try to do if it came to that. But I just wanted to throw that out there, to you guys, just to make sure that we're discussing all of that stuff. So XRP Chill Daddy, what are your thoughts?
Personally, I'm of the, I guess, counter option to Rick. I see the benefits of reaching out to Deaton directly. I see the benefits, no doubt. But the thing that I'm thinking about is the legality of it and the conflict of interest that could be, assumed. That's what I'm kind of against, and I wouldn't want to do anything to damage, the case, because it could. I don't know what the SEC or anything is going to look like, what they're going to do. Clearly, they're not. The community has their views on the SEC. I'll just put it like that, right? So that's just me putting it as neutral as I can say it. So naturally, my mindset would be just to go to the charity direct, because you can only, like, if they don't want to receive it in the first place, your mission's already kind of dead there, right? It's a dead end. So I would go direct to them, because then you don't have John playing middleman. You don't have this question of a conflict of interest. You don't have any room for ambiguity in assuming whether or not there was a pointer there, and not to mention, yes, we would take all the precautions and write a pretty much a receipt of transfership for the domain. That way they have it. We'll verify all that. Hell, I'll even put the documents out there just so everybody can see it. It's verified. And then, if they do turn out to be a dead end, say they don't want to receive it, then the next thing I say is pick another charity. And then you go that route, and then you go that route until somebody says yes. And then all of a sudden the utility, the proof point there is validated, and then the mission moves forward.
Well, and I will mention again as a backdrop or a plan B, one of the charities that I was able to talk with last year that agreed to take the XRP, and I had named it the Dent in the Universe XRP Community Dent in the Universe fundraiser. And man, I spent 5 months doing that stuff, and I just got to a certain point, and just for some reason I just couldn't pull the trigger and go ahead and get it started. And I just kind of felt like that the timing wasn't quite right, and didn't have the right group of people that I felt like would really help, push and get it going and get it started or whatever. But one of the charities, my mother has Alzheimer's and is in a memory care facility in Georgia, about halfway between you and me, XRP Chill Daddy. And I was able to get an organization, a charity called the American Dementia Society of America, I think it is, who accepted at that time that if we raised XRP, they would accept donations in XRP. So that's one. And then another one that I got is a food bank in San Francisco that Ripple gave $1 million to. And I spoke with them and did an interview with them on video so everybody could watch it and verify that it was all legit. And they accepted actually 2 food banks that Ripple gave money to in California. So again, those are, if this one didn't end up working out, then it doesn't have to mean that the idea of trying to set a precedent for charitable giving with crypto needs to go away. But I'm getting conflicting things here. So Rick is saying probably not. Okay, no problem, Rick. Rick is saying that probably not go, maybe kind of the way it feels, kind of behind John's back. And then XRP Chill Daddy is saying it's probably better to go ahead and get the agreement from the charity. I'm not sure what to do. That's why we're here, because I'm more than willing to reach out to the charity and make a connection with them and do an exploratory call with them. but I'm not sure which direction to go in.
All right, before you answer that, or anybody else, just want to say thanks, guys, for getting together tonight. You watching close for the next move and the next decisions to be made, and you guys have a wonderful night. We're running a little late for another appointment that I have, but glad to be here. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. Take care, Rick.
Have a good night, Rick.
Good night.
And just to be clear, I can see the benefits of, going left or going right there, right? If we go to Deaton, we can write a notice. I mean, hell, we can even go both. We can reach out to Deaton and the charity at the same time, see what they both think. There's a lot of options you can take place. The intent behind it, though, is just goodwill, right? That's the one thing that needs to be upfront, transparent from the beginning, is that the intent of this is meant to help charity, to help a cause.
Okay. And also, I would like to agree wholeheartedly with Digital Degenerate. The Bearable Bull has been one of my favorite people in our community, and I'm not sure where the heck he is. He honored us with doing a moment in time video with us, and I think it was the most viewed one that we've had. I've reached out to him because he's one of the people that I've been able to build a little bit of a relationship with, and I can DM him on Twitter. So I wanted to thank you for bringing that up, Digital Degenerate, and let's all have the Bearable Bull's safe return in our thoughts and prayers. Okay. Also, we're going to wrap up pretty soon because I didn't want to keep you guys any longer than we could. And I know that XRP John has got to get to sleep because it's later for him than it is for the rest of us. All right. So,
sorry, Scott, if I could just add one thing. I've been waiting to just chime in on something. If we were to write Deaton, basically one of the things that I would want to ask him is, even being his daughter's charity, would that be too close? Would that be too close for him to argue? Is there going to be any conflict of interest? So, it's basically to get that legal go ahead from him as well, that it's not going to be detrimental to the case. So that conflict of interest, I want to say, was a great point that I thought about as well, XRP Chill Daddy. And yeah, that's something that I wanted to address with him personally. However, we decided to go about it, and yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Awesome. Wonderful.
All right. So then what's our next move?
You guys tell me.
I think if you're going to address that in the front for the legality of it, the conflict of interest, and as well as declaring the intent, because that is what the court system looks for. I think going to Deaton first would probably be the best goal.
Okay, cool. So I can draft this all up. Scott, I think you've got some type of rapport with John Deaton, so I'll probably send that over to you. And then
actually, he's one of the people that I have not been able to have on he isn't following me, so I can't direct message him. When I have put something out in Twitter to him or responded in one of his threads, he'll respond back to me, but I don't have the ability to be able to direct message him. So if anyone else does, and also I know that you've got Jeremy's Hogan's ear. I don't know whether or not you feel like he could give us any advice or not, or if he'd be willing to.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, of course. What would you like me to put forward to him?
Just kind of ask Jeremy how he feels about would there be any legal or ethical? Go ahead, Chill Daddy.
I'm sorry, I was going to interject real quick. If you can't reach out to him directly, you can also just reach out directly to the law firm he runs.
Okay. But I was going to say to kind of explain to Jeremy what it is that he feels like we're doing, because I think he's got he's direct messaging with John.
Interesting. Yes. Okay. That might be an avenue there. All right, I'll chase that up.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up because I don't want to keep these guys any longer. And Okay, so it's out there. And I also wanted to let John and XRP Chill Daddy know that I'm officially making the two of you the leaders of this project. I will help you guys in any way. I feel like it's my job to kind of get it up there and get it started and be there to help you guys with anything that you need. And we've got a website to help post information. We've got, I'll reach out to anybody and do anything. But here's the biggest thing. I know that there's no I in team. And if this is my initiative, it's going to fail. If I can shift this to a we thing, then we got a good shot if it's a good idea. So I'm here to help follow anything, any directions that you guys are giving me, and to chip in anything in any way that I personally can. So just let me know how I can be of assistance to you.
Yeah, and like I said, Scott, I appreciate you taking the effort to reach out to everybody and collaborate. It's always nice having a chaos controller in the background coordinating people. And like I said, I'm very happy to see where this goes. Even if this one aspect of the charity doesn't work out, like I said, there's nothing saying we can't find a charity and make it work. And then all of a sudden, you have multiple crypto communities coming together to make good things happen. And that's what this is about. So I think
one of the thing about your military background is I like the idea of you co-leading this because you've got that military background. So it makes me feel good.
Yeah, those days are behind me, but I have no problem doing good things for others. I'm looking forward to working with you guys, and I'm really looking forward to working with the community and seeing what happens. Generally, when people come together with good intent, you can truly produce some miraculous results.
I agree, and I believe that if we can apply the law of synergy, what we can accomplish together is more than we can accomplish separately. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. Take care. We'll all be in touch, and have a great evening, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you take care, everybody, and thanks for watching.
See you guys later. Peace.